Welcome. Big board today. Another MLB manager gets the axe. Was he really to blame? NBA playoff markets tightening up, zigzagging all over the place. Games on tap tonight. College hoops might be changing the whole tournament. And it's about time. We got PGA Tour golf back at Trump, Doral, and Live Golf ticket giveaway. 4 winners, 4 days. That's coming up. We're hitting the news, the market reaction, the clips, the leans. Full card will be posted on X right after the show. This is Off the Hook, sports talk that pays off. Welcome in Wednesday, April 29th, 2026. May is almost here. But we'll get right into it. A Live Golf ticket giveaway. So here's the plan for the Live Golf ticket giveaway. If you go to our X page at OTH Sports Pod, you'll see a post that's pinned there with the Live Golf graphic. All you gotta do is like the post and then share the post and follow us at OTH Sports Pod on X. And if you're already following us, just comment on that post there, like the post, and you get a bonus entry if you quote or retweet or repost the giveaway on X, and we'll do the giveaway this Saturday. So basically how it works is you get 2 tickets. So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday rounds, and we're just going to pick rent. So the first person gets Thursday, second, Friday, third, Saturday, and the fourth person will get the Sunday tickets. So it's grounds access. Walk all over Trump, DC golf course. Beautiful course. If you've never been to a live event, it's a good time. So free tickets for next weekend's live event at Trump, DC. Again, all you got to do is like the pinned post on X and then comment on that pinned post and then follow us at OTH Sports Pod on X. And like I said, if you already follow us, that's great. All you got to do then is just comment on that post, and you get everybody gets a bonus entry if you repost or retweet the pin contest post. So lots to go through tonight. We're going to hit it and quit it real quick because we're up against 7 o'clock NBA games. And this is what the batting order looks like for tonight. We'll go over another manager gets the axe in MLB, and then how the MLB market is reacting to that firing NBA playoff slate of games tonight, and how those series are shaking out. The NCAA figures are going to screw up the tournament even more, and we'll get into that. And then the Cadillac Championship from Trump to Doral. About time we're back there for no tournament. Trump courses are beautiful courses. So it's about time we get some PGA golf back at a Trump course. We'll get the odds, the preview on that course. And then, again, the Live Golf ticket giveaway. We'll keep reminding you how you can enter to win those. And like I said, the winners will be announced on Saturday. And so let's just get into the MLB firing. So Rob Thompson was fired by the Phillies the other day, and I really don't think this was the right move. He was the scapegoat for the firing here. What does this really mean for the Phillies? You got Donnie Baseball era now taking over in Philadelphia. Maybe the writing was on the wall when they brought him in this offseason as a bench coach. Third base coach will now be, I believe it's Anthony Contreras, who is coming up from the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, will now be the third base coach. So some moves in the Phillies. Rob Thompson, look, here's Rob Thompson's 5-year record in Philadelphia. 355 and 270, just shy of a 57% winning percentage there, and 1 pennant. Now, the Phillies overall, this team's got a lot of fucking problems. Okay, this team is putrid. You don't spend money. The holes all over the place. Pitching, hitting. So here's the Phillies as we stand. And this is out of 30 MLB teams. ERA, they are 27th in ERA, 4.95, and they are 29th in batting average, a woeful 223 batting average. Now, is that Rob Thompson's fault? Not all of it. And the fucking guys can't hit the ball, and you got pitchers getting whacked every game, and can't find the zone and just getting hammered. He's not playing the games. With that being said, they got holes all over the place. Dombrowski is an idiot. Of course, he's not going to fire himself, so he's going to fire Rob Thompson. Does this do anything for the Phillies? I mean, they won 7-0 last night. Mattingly gets his first win as a Phillies manager. This team's just got a lot of problems. I don't think it's going to do anything at all for them moving forward, just because they got a lot of holes to fill. They didn't spend money on pitching. Schwarber's getting older. Harper hasn't lived up to expectations. He had spots here and there. But again, this team never performed the way they should have performed. All the money they're shelling out. Schwarber's not living up to that contract. He's batting like 190. It's just god awful. And Trey Turner has been a bust since he came over from LA. That experiment should have ended a couple of years ago. He is absolutely horrible. And Kevin Long, terrible hitting coach. Absolutely terrible. So, again, Thompson's out. He's the scapegoat. We'll see what Donnie Baseball does. Does he come back after this year? Who knows? But we'll see what happens with the Phillies there going forward. And again, it's early season, MLB trends. You try to find value spots on the board when you're betting baseball. You look at bullpen usage, pitching matchups, maybe totals. Maybe you're playing first 5 innings here and there. But again, there's a lot of these teams working things out early on in the season. We knew the Phillies had problems going into the season, but we never thought they'd be this bad. Never thought the White Sox or the Pirates would be better than the Phillies. So that's the reality of it, though. That's where we're at. But Philadelphia's got a lot of problems to work out here with their MLB team, and I don't think Rob Thompson manages again. That's just my opinion. He talked was it a couple of years ago? He might not come back. So I don't see him coming back to baseball. As a manager, maybe a bench coach somewhere. I just don't see it. But Philadelphia, I believe, ran the wrong guy out of town. But again, this is typically what happens. It's not a quick fix. Markets tend to overreact on this. I guess you could say they got the new manager bump last night with Mattingly winning. But long term, I don't think this does anything for them, just because this team is not built for the playoffs. They're just not. There's just too many holes, too many inconsistencies. And again, you look up and down that batting order, these guys that they're paying all this money to are not performing. Now, you get into July, it gets warmer, the ball starts flying out a little bit more. That park is a bandbox, and it's made for home runs. So things could turn around, but again, to get in the playoffs, maybe a wild card team, they're not going to do anything. They won't do anything. They're just not built long term. They got a lot of holes to fix in the offseason. And listen, Donnie Baseball, okay manager, did okay with the Dodgers, and then went to Florida. Now, in my opinion, those Marlin teams, he had a lot more to work with than this Phillies team. Those Marlin teams had a lot of young players. They were scrappy. This Phillies team is just a lot of inflated egos and overpaid players. Schwarber, Turner, Harper. I don't think he's going to get that grit, that scrappy play that he did with those Marlin teams. But we'll see what Mattingly does here with the Phillies, and, see if he can do anything, maybe eke into the playoffs there, squeak by. But, we'll see what happens there with that. It gets you caught up here on some early afternoon baseball action. Couple finals here. Yankees losing to Texas 3-0. and the Mariners over the Twins 5-3. A couple games in progress right now. Blue Jays all over the Red Sox, of course. And by the way, I do want to mention the Phillies did reach out to Alex Cora about their open manager position, and he's like, "Nah, I'm done." And listen, Alex Cora is a scumbag. That would have been a worse hire than Rob Thompson, to be honest with you. So if you're a Phillies fan, just be thankful you didn't get Alex Cora because he's a piece of shit. So that would have been a worse move for them, but he declined. And you got the Cubs Padres all tied up top of the sixth there. Marlins just went on top of the Dodgers 3-2. That's going into the bottom of the ninth. Dodgers in trouble. Can they get another walk-off like they did the other night? We'll see how that shakes out. So those are the early afternoon baseball updates around the diamond there, MLB. More to come on the Phillies situation here, and we'll see how that shakes out. But again, it's early MLB season. Just be careful in some of these spots and how you're picking some of these games. A lot of these favorites are inflated. It's just all about picking spots and not forcing anything. If you want to know who's hot, who's not, we'll look at the last 10 here. The Braves are 8-2 in their last 10. Reds are also 8-2 in their last 10. They're in first place by 1.5 in the NL Central. And then you got the Dodgers 5-5 in the last 10. Now, Padres are only a half game behind. They're 6-4 in their last 10. And if you look at the MLB power rankings, so to speak, Dodgers, this is per MLB website posted a couple days ago. Dodgers, even though their bullpen has been shaky of late, I mean, this team still is loaded from top to bottom. It's really the Dodgers to lose at this point. One thing that I did not, as a Dodgers fan, did not agree with signing Diaz in the offseason. Something was fishy there if the Mets are giving up on him, and the Mets need all the fucking help they can get. And of course, now it turns out he was injured. So he'll be back probably late July, maybe early August. But who cares? What I thought the Dodgers should have did is they should have kept Sasaki as a closer. He was lights out in the playoffs. He struggled last year as a starter. Comes in the bullpen in the playoffs. Was your closer. Won the World Series with him there in that position. He fits that spot better. Get Diaz. Now you put Sasaki back in the starting rotation this year. He's struggling yet again. He's just a great pitcher. I just don't think he's a starter. And maybe he's a starter in Japan over there. That's a little bit different league. I don't see him as that. It's like they're trying to, it's the square peg, round hole. They're just trying to force it. It's almost like what the Yankees did with Mariano. Now, I'm not saying he's Mariano, but what I'm saying is it's a similar situation. Rivera, they tried him a couple times as starting pitcher, complete bomb. Comes out of the bullpen, lights out. The guy's the best closer in baseball. Same thing with the Dodgers here. Sasaki should be the closer. Not Diaz. Sasaki was great in that role. He proved he could do it. And we'll see what happens moving forward, but that's what I would like to see. So, right now, like I said, the MLB power rankings, Dodgers are listed as number 1. Yankees listed as number 2. It's hard to believe Aaron Judge just turned 34. Crazy as that may seem. Yankees having a decent season this year. 20-11. They're 8-2 in their last 10 on top of the AL East by 1.5 over Tampa. So Yankees are the number 2 team in the MLB power rankings. And then you got the Braves as number 3, as MLB calls it. Now the Braves 21-9, 8-2 in their last 10. Braves have the best record in baseball. So if you look at the Braves, they are a 93% chance of making the postseason there. They have missed it last year. So, and then you look at the Cubs. Cubs are number 4 in the power rankings here. Their streak did end at 10 over the weekend, but they're doing fairly well. They had a 944 OPS during that streak and a 2.64 ERA during that 10-game win streak. So lots of good things there in Chicago. Now, Craig Counsell is a fucking bonehead for what he said about Ohtani and speaking out about Ohtani, how he pitches and hits. And this has been going on for 3 years now. And now all of a sudden the guy's fucking crying. Shut up and play. Look, kudos to Ohtani if he can start the game on the mound and then lead off the game. We want more Ohtani. If the guy can do it, let him do it. And you know what? You have the opportunity to do it too. So do better and stop your bitching. And according to MLB, the team rounding out the top 5 in the power rankings, the Padres. Now, you got Mason Miller, who is absolute lights out, 34 2/3 consecutive scoreless innings right now. He's only 24 1/3 behind Oral Hershiser's all-time record. But the Padres, Miller is from Pittsburgh. The Padres right now are a half game behind the Dodgers. They're 19 10, 6 4 in their last 10 games. Padres always do this in the season. They look good. They get to the playoffs, and then they can't get it done. We'll see. Maybe this year's the year they go a little bit deeper. They have a good team. Let's see if they can continue that throughout the course of a long MLB season. Again, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Injury is always in question. But right now, Mason Miller, I mean, his entrance is electric. But 34 2/3 consecutive scoreless innings. Let's see if he gets the Hershisers. Like I said, only 24 1/3 behind Oral there for that record. So we'll see how that shakes out there. That's the MLB wrap up. Let's get to the association. NBA games tonight. We'll get you caught up on the action from now. Here we go. Now the Sixers made it interesting as they beat the Celtics the other night in Boston. We have a Joel Embiid sighting. He finally decided to show up the last 2 games. Does he do it again tomorrow night in Philly? Can they force a game 7? I doubt it. But some interesting things to note here with the Celtics. The Celtics didn't score a bucket in the last 7 minutes. I think they missed their last 14 shots the other night. The Celtics are 4-11 with following a 20-plus point win. And in the 2 losses, the Celtics shot 26 and 28% from 3. Now, if you're betting on trends, are the Celtics going to be that bad again? They're kind of playing with their food a little bit here. So it's going to get interesting. They just got to close out the Sixers team. Look, Embiid, while he had 2 great games, the guy also hasn't played for like half the fucking season. So, I mean, the Sixers can't do anything with that contract. So you're stuck with the guy. And Paul George, where the fuck has he been? Is he going to show up? Doubt it. They got all this money wrapped up in George and Embiid. You know, you played 6 guys the other night, and now Maxi's already taxed. Now you're asking him to do it again tomorrow in Philadelphia. Can they get it done? I don't know. It to me, it just doesn't. I don't think they can. It would be nice if they could, but I just don't see them. I don't see them getting it done there tomorrow in Philadelphia. Well, it would be nice. Just don't see it. Now, one interesting thing, if you're looking at trends, since 2015, every NBA champion has won the first round series in 5 games or less. I say again, since 2015, every NBA champion has won the first round series in 5 games or less. Does that hold true again this year? We'll have to find out and see if they can get that done. But again, it is elimination night across the board in the NBA. These teams are going to keep their season alive, or they're going to be booking flights to Cancun or pick your favorite travel destination. We're looking at the games tonight. Now, I've been on the Pistons. I'm a Pistons fan. It's been a while since we had good playoff basketball in Detroit, and this team is about to implode here. This is just diabolical how this Magic team is. It's just they're just taking it to them. It's just nonstop. You know, it's crazy. Now this dunk the other night here. Most people have no clue who the fuck this is. But Jamal Cain here.
Okay.
Watch this.
Okay.
This is dunk the playoff. dunk of the playoffs right there.
We got to see this back. We're talking about taking it to the rack. Oh, my goodness. He didn't go around and he went over top. Someone called his mama.
Yeah, I'll be on a poster soon. But are the Magic gonna do? I'm telling you, Pistons in 7. I like this team coming back home. And if you want to take that gamble, I did take a flyer on the Pistons in 7. It's plus 210 right now in DraftKings if you're interested. So Pistons, I like the Pistons in 7 tonight. If I'm looking at that game, again, full card will be posted on our X/Twitter page at OTH Sports Pod. It'll be posted there shortly after this ends. But I do like the under 211.5 for this game. The 10.5, that's a lot of points, considering how the Magic have played the Pistons very well in this series. I'm not going to take anything away from Orlando. I just don't like the coach. But they played them very well in this series. Bickerstaff, he needs to get his head out of his ass and start coaching because this Pistons roster is, in my opinion, far more talented than the Magic. But again, it's not always about that. It's about how you go out and execute, and it's X's and O's. But the 10.5 to me is too much. Orlando's up 3-1. Just got to win one more. But I like the Pistons going back home. But I like the under 211.5. And the angle there, in my mind, is slower pace. It's an elimination game, and these are pressure possessions. Can Orlando get it done? I mean, these are two new teams to the playoffs, so to speak. There's no playoff experience here. I guess if you say Tobias Harris, but he's an aging veteran. So, again, if you look at the roster and look at the coaching, I like the Pistons from a pressure spot. And again, I like the slow pace. Both teams, I think, are going to want to slow it down because it is an elimination game. You're not going to want to make mistakes. So I like the under as the play there. Plus, Franz Wagner is calf injury. So we'll see if he plays tonight. If he's limited or if he's out, that is a huge shift in that game. And then that leans to the Pistons side of things. So Pistons may have a lifeline here at home. We'll see. But again, lean in that play for that game would be the under 211.5 as your total there. So that game, I believe that game is the Amazon game. That is a 7:00 tip. So we'll make sure to get the card posted so you can get those bets in. That's a 7:00 tip on Amazon. And that starts the games in the association tonight. Then you got a 7:30 game. And that's Toronto and Cleveland. Now that's tied at 2. It's tied, but it's misleading. Raptors won at home, struggled in Cleveland. Cavs should have won game 4. Absolute collapse there. I like the Cavs to bounce back here. The talent gap still favors Cleveland. Harden somehow seems to show up in the playoffs, but then again, never can. He's like always a bridesmaid, never a bride kind of thing there. So, but again, Cleveland, the talent edge goes to Cleveland here. They're going back home, tied at 2. I like Cleveland here in this spot. The current line on that. Let me see what the number is here. You got the Cavs laying 10 at home and the total at 219. Again, the total there, I like the under in this spot. The 10, I don't know. The 10 seems like a lot to me. So I don't know. If anything, I might be looking at playing the under 219 in the Raptors-Cavs game. And then you got the Rockets-Lakers. Rockets facing elimination, down 3-1. Kevin Durant, whatever, Kevin Durant. I'm over this guy. But, there's a hard team to trust. Lakers should be getting Austin Reeves back tonight. Lakers are definitely a more complete team when you got Reeves in the lineup. And Rockets are just unreliable. What do you get from Durant? This guy is just soft. Got a great looking shot, but he's just soft. I know he's won some championships, but again, he put himself in those spots on those teams to win. It wasn't like he was a supporting member, so to speak. He wasn't the only one making a difference there. But again, I don't. Kudos to JJ Redick. Listen, I thought JJ Redick would be a complete flop in LA. But he has proven that he's a hell of a coach. And I love his intensity. I love the way he yells at the players. And he don't give a shit if it's LeBronda or whoever it is. He gives it to him. So kudos to JJ Redick. I think he's got definitely a future here as a coach. And he surprised me. So I think the Lakers do get it done here tonight. And current number on that game, we're looking at the Lakers at home. They are laying 3.5, and the total there is 208.5. So I would, if anything, it's Lakers laying the 3.5. I don't trust Houston whatsoever. I think the total might be a little low. I think if you get Austin Reeves back, I think that total, they could hit the over on the total. Like I said, I think they're a more complete team with Austin Reeves there. But that'll be the nightcap game there in LA. That's a 10 o'clock start. That is on ESPN. So you got the Pistons and Magic tipping it off at 7 o'clock. It's an Amazon game. Then you got Toronto, Cleveland, 7:30 on ESPN. And then Rockets, Lakers, 10 o'clock, ESPN. And thank God we got Ernie Johnson and Shaq and Chuck and Kenya Smith back running the pre- and post-game show, because ESPN just kind of left them on the shelf for the last month or so of the season. You barely saw these guys. But inside the NBA is most of the time is better than the games. Inside the NBA in the regular season is 100 times better than an NBA game, because you just don't know if these guys are going to sit or not. But then you see how good the NBA can be when you get to these 6-8 weeks of the playoffs. It's unfortunate we can't have that throughout the season. But again, you really see how good the product can be when you get to the playoffs here in the NBA. So, some others, again, Sixers tomorrow. Do they get it done at home? I don't think so. I don't see it. I don't know. We'll have more on that tomorrow. We'll be back here tomorrow to go through that. I just don't see it. Yeah, the Knicks travel to Atlanta. They lead that series 3-2. That's tomorrow. That's a 7 o'clock game. And then the Sixers Celtics in Philadelphia is an 8 o'clock game. And then you got Denver, Minnesota, a 9:30 game. So we'll go through that more tomorrow. But again, recap the NBA Pistons, that total under 211.5. I like that. I also took a flyer on the Pistons to win in 7. That's plus 210 right now in DraftKings. If you're interested, go throw a little pizza money on that. But as far as that game, again, watch the Wagner injury. Just feels like a slower, grinded out game. And if Wagner's out, a huge shift toward Detroit, even if he's limited. So we'll see how that calf injury shakes out. And again, Raptors, Cavs, I just think Cleveland gets it done here at home. The talent gap is too big between them and Toronto. And you got the Rockets, Lakers, Houston. The season's on the line, but they're just too tough to trust, especially now. The Lakers should be getting Austin Reeves back tonight. I do like the Lakers there to cover the 3.5 that they're laying at home. This time of year, the pace slows, the pressure increases, and, not every game plays out to that regular season script. So we'll see what happens in the association tonight. Are some of these teams going to be booking flights to pick your travel destination, Cancun, Hawaii, wherever, or do they extend the series here? I do think the Pistons extend the series, and I do think the Lakers do eliminate the Rockets tonight. So we'll see what goes on there. Before we get into golf, if you're just checking in, drop a little comment in the chat and let us know if you like a play tonight. if you agree with us or don't agree with us, I don't know, say hello. What are your plans for tonight? You're watching any of these games? You don't give a shit. You got an MLB play? Throw it out. I shit the bed Monday and Tuesday on MLB plays. It's redemption night tonight, so I got to figure it out and get my shit together with these MLB plays. I'm just getting hosed left and right. But look, it's a new day, and we will do better. But the NCAA tournament, let me mention too, we do have a live golf ticket giveaway. And that's coming up in just a bit. We'll go over the rules for that. There's a pin post on our X page at OTH Sports Pod. It's on there. Check it out. Details coming up momentarily on how you can win these live golf tickets next week to the live event at Trump DC down there in Virginia. But the NCAA tournament is pretty much guaranteed. The NCAA has pretty much guaranteed that they are going to now expand the men's and women's tournament to 76 teams. This is just fucking ludicrous. This is just, they just killed this. They just killed it. The NCAA tournament is probably the best month in all of sports. Has been, even when it was 64 teams. Then you got the play-in, the first four, and they moved it to 68. And now you want to move to 76. Now, 76 makes sense to me, kind of, if you do it this way. The way it's structured right now, you got those playing games in Dayton, right? If you're going to move now to 76 teams, you got to give Vegas these extra games, and you got to alternate days, and you got to figure it out, because that'll give them more options. The problem with 76, right now, everything works. It fits on one sheet, right? Now you're going to expand, because that's always the thing with, it gets the casual better, the office pools, everybody's making photocopies of the bracket. Before we had betting apps, we were running pools in high school, whatnot, on sheets of paper, running copies off and handing them out in class and filling them out, or study hall or whatever. So you got to fit it on one sheet. And that's what made it so great. You don't have pages and pages of shit. You got one sheet. There it is. They're moving to 76. How does that look? Bracket. And then you get the watered down teams. Like 64, 68. That's a lot of teams. And then let's be honest. Teams like Miami of Ohio and some of these lower Division I schools, do they really have a shot at these Power 5 schools? No, they might look flashy. You might win a game. It's just, and NIL's changing the game of everything. You're just watering down the field, and you're not going to get these buzzer beater games that we have. I don't like it. I don't like it. I know why they're doing it. It's money, obviously, because they don't really care about quality per se. It's all about the money. And I get it. Money's driving that, but it's so bad. So we'll see what it means there for the NCAA tournament next year. The supposed to start next year, moving to 76 teams. We'll see more on that to come from the NCAA. The NCAA also has another problem on hand with Brendan Sorsby, the Texas Tech quarterback, involved in a betting scandal. He has now entered rehab. He's got a gambling addiction. He allegedly bet on his own team. Listen, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really have an answer to this, or how you stop it, because before gambling, there's always, before you had the apps and the sports books, right? It was a little bit harder to gamble. You had to run through a bookie. There was ways around it, because we all did it as degenerates, but it was a little bit harder to do. But now with the apps, you just create an account and boom, deposit, and you're betting on games. So we'll see. I don't know how you monitor. It's the same thing that teams put in the rule. Hey, don't do drugs. Don't be late, right? Now it's don't do drugs. Show up to games on time and practice on time, and then don't gamble. Well, it's how do you stop it? Right. Dan Patrick had an interesting take, and I like Dan Patrick. I don't necessarily agree with what he said. And what you can go back and watch his show the other day. And he was talking about like DraftKings and FanDuel and these sports books vetting people when they set up an account. Does a liquor store vet you when you go in to buy booze and say, oh, hey, you play for Texas Tech, or you play for USC, or you play for Florida? I can't sell you that because you're probably going to be drunk tonight and you got a game tomorrow. Does a bar stop serving athletes when they go out and party at 2 a.m.? No. Vetting who you are. It's not the job of the sports book to vet you. And look, they're in the business to make money. Our money is building these giant casinos and these sport books and everything else that you see when you go out to Vegas. It's our money that's building these things. It's $1 billion, multi-billion-dollar industry. While some days the house loses, overall they win. It's hard to beat the book. That's why if you're winning at a 53.5%, 54% rate, you're doing well as a gambler. It doesn't take a lot, but it's hard to beat the house. So like Dan Patrick said about vetting, these sports books need to vet who these athletes are. What the hell is it? They don't care. Same thing as the bar is not going to vet who you are. They're going to sell you the drink. If the guy's addicted to drugs, is his drug dealer going to vet who he is and say, yeah, you know what? You got a game tomorrow, Saturday afternoon, and it's Friday night, and you want an 8-ball of cocaine. I really don't think I should sell that to you. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care about responsible gambling, even though every fucking commercial says, bet responsibly, blah, blah, blah. They don't give a fuck. The disclaimer is there to cover their ass because it's so much more accessible for the guy now sitting there with the app to deposit all of his fucking money from his bank account to his whatever sportsbook app you pick and lose it all in a weekend. And that disclaimer there is, hey, get help, bet responsibly. They don't give a shit. So as far as vetting who you are when you create a sportsbook account, it's not their job. They're there to make money. It's not illegal. It's not like killing somebody. You're betting money. It's your money. You do with it what you want. It's not their job to police it. If you got the right, social security number, address, it all checks out, boom, your account's up. It's not their job to police it. It's the NCAA's job to police it and how they want to do it. Do they submit a list of players to the sports books that when they go to create an account, they're blacklisted and can't create the account? Does that solve the problem? No, because then somebody else could bet for them. There's still bookies running shit at back doors. You can find it. So there's ways around it. It's just going to be a little bit harder. But as far as the sports books, vetting it, no, I do not agree with that. But again, there is a problem. So Brendan Sorsby now, so he could be banned for life, the NCAA. He was a potential Heisman candidate this year. So he's likely done since he was betting on his own team. But we'll see how that shakes out there. With the gambling scandal in college football, the NCAA tournament expanding to 76 teams. What do you get with that? A bunch of watered down talent. And how does the NCAA tournament look next year with potentially 76 teams coming on board? That's just wild. So let's, we don't care about Rob Thompson. Already talked about that. Since we're on the topic of golf, and we do have live golf tickets to give away, but let me just show this here. Again, live golf tickets giveaway, Trump National in DC next week. 2 tickets for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll do a winner for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll do the winners this Saturday. We're here today. We're here tomorrow. We're here Friday. We're here Saturday. Lots lined up for this week here at Off the Hook. So you got to go to our page on Twitter at OTH Sports Pod. You got to like the pin post, comment on that post, follow us on Twitter/X. If you're already following us, all you got to do is comment and a bonus entry for everyone if you retweet or share or requote the pinned giveaway post there on our X/Twitter page. And then we'll take all the names, compile them, and we'll draw the random winners for the live event next week at Trump National in DC/Virginia. Now, Live Golf, just before he came on here, breaking news with Live Golf, they're going to inform the players and all their staff tomorrow that they lost their financial support of the Saudi private investment fund following the season, which was speculated, but now it was all speculation with like a 99.9% guarantee that was going to happen. Now it is official. That's courtesy of Nuclear Golf via the Wall Street Journal. So Live Golf, we all knew they were going to lose their support there from Saudi public investment fund. Private investment fund. So the Saudis out. Most likely it's due to the geopolitical situation in the Middle East with the Strait of Hormuz. And we're not getting into the fucking politics, but that's pretty much why, or for the most part. But he's still got a lot of fucking oil money. There's more to that than just the geopolitical nature of that. But they are out. Liv will need to find... if they want to continue after this season, they will need to find a way to be able to pay all these salaries there. They also canceled an event in New Orleans. I believe that event is late June. That event has been canceled and not rescheduled. So who knows what happens. But that will be announced officially tomorrow from Liv, that they will not have the backing of the Saudi PIF group moving forward. That being said, we are going to move to the PGA Tour. It's about time we got golf back at a Trump course. It's been 10 years since a PGA Tour event has been at a Trump course. And listen, if you've been to a Trump course, they're absolutely beautiful courses, meticulous courses. And if you're going to go there, you can actually still get tickets for this. I was looking on Ticketmaster. It's under $100 if you want to go check it out. So you can still get tickets for the Cadillac Championship at Trump Doral at Miami this weekend. Beautiful course. If you go, you will see the brand new Trump statue, gold statue right there, front and center at Trump Doral this weekend. Just in time for the tournament, the statue was erected there. So there you go. And Donnie has got a new gold statue at Trump Doral. This is just an absolutely beautiful course here. Again, all these Trump courses are beautiful. As far as how this course shakes out, now, there hasn't been an event here in 10 years. So a lot has changed. Course has been redesigned, some improvements here. It's not a birdie fest. This is not one of those get hot with a putter week. Doral is the blue monster, and it's one of the toughest setups these guys are going to see all year. It's a par 72, just shy of 7,800 yards. It's a long course. It's flat, but it's a tough layout. 10 holes have water hazards on them. I would be in every single one, probably multiple times. Second most bunkers on tour, coming in at 110 bunkers. They got the thick Bermuda rough, which is around 2.5 inches. Very large greens, a lot of undulation there, 7,200 square feet of greens. And these greens are fucking fast. They're rolling at about a 12 on the stimp meter. Now you're saying, what is different about Trump Doral? Because many of you may not have remember the last time Doral hosted a PGA event. So here the length matters. You got tons of 200 plus yard approach shots. Water, again, we said 10 holes, water hazards. The water hazards plus the angle, it's a tough decision for some of these approaches. So it's going to require a lot of positioning and not just power. It's not going to be like a grip and rip kind of, it's a precision golf here. Short game does matter. There's tight runoff areas. Lots of difficult bunkers. I said it's the second most on tour. 110 bunkers here at Trump Doral. And lots of bogeys. Winning scores are typically anywhere from 4 to 12 under. Not a lot. So lots of bogeys anticipated this week. And again, like I said, the fast greens rolling at about a 12-ish on the stimp meter. Some of the things to also look for here, the strokes gained, tee to green, you'll get the ball strikers dominating here. We talked about the approach play, lots of 200 plus yard iron shots. So the proximity here is going to be critical for these guys. Controlled driving distance. Okay. Length matters, but you got to be accurate. If you're left, right, and spraying the shit out of the ball like I do every time I play, you're fucked. Around the green, scrambling, you got to recover after these missed greens at this course, or it's going to eat you up. And again, it's about survival here you want to avoid bogeys. If you're going to get bogeys, but less, you got to, maybe one or two around if possible, but just the way the course is designed, it's going to be bogey heavy. And again, lag putting with these large greens, you could get some 3 putts, maybe even more, the way these greens with the undulation and rolling at about a 12-ish on the stimp meter there. So who fits this, right? What's the ideal player if you're looking to bet? And again, we'll full card for the Cadillac Championship at Trump Doral. We'll post that tomorrow morning at OTH Sports Pod on X, so you can get those bets in, do a little homework tonight, and get some final plays here for this. I'll pick maybe 1 or 2 winners, maybe top 10, top 20-ish. And then I'll do live betting. Because again, it was 10 years since we had a PGA event at Trump Doral. So the course is going to play a lot different than it did 10 years ago. But if you're looking, who does this fit? It's going to be the long but controlled driver. You got to be an elite ball striker, and you got to be strong iron game, and you got to be able to scramble. So ball striking, you got to be patient, and damage control. Again, avoid those bogeys, and play it safe. You're not going to be trying to, necessarily maybe on your approach shot, maybe you're going to be laying up instead of trying to go for the green, depending on how that hole's playing. So again, the ball striking, patience, damage control, that's going to be your ideal player profile there. And then you're saying, well, what players fit of note? So I'll give you 4 here. Cam Young, elite ball striker. He's long, he's aggressive, and he's proven on courses that are similar. Jake Knapp, great distance and his putting combination there, and he's on an upward trend. He's been playing well of late. Victor Hovland, it'd be nice to see him get back, even get a top 10 here. Hovland, he's a strong iron game, and he fits this course well with his game. And then Kurt Kitayama, who has been playing very well of late at a fairly good Masters. He's strong in these tough conditions and improving his accuracy. So those would be 4 players just looking who would fit this profile for Trump Doral. And then we mentioned as far as, Young being proven on similar courses. All right, so what's similar to this? Bay Hill, PJ National, Torrey Pines, Quail Hollow, a couple courses to note here that are similar to Trump Doral and how they play. Again, you want to focus on the player type, not just the picks. All right, so we're saying what are the odds? Here are the latest odds via DraftKings posted this afternoon. This is what you're looking at for the Cadillac Championship. For your winner, Scheffler with the short number there, plus 315. And as I said it, Cam Young, big distance there between Scheffler and Young on the odds board there. But Cam Young fits this course very well. And he's been playing well late at plus 1275. Morikawa, give it to this guy. And now when I play Morikawa, he tends to shit the bed and fucks me all the time. But kudos to Morikawa. I like his game. When I bet him, he just never comes through. Kudos to this kid, though. A bad back at the Masters. I thought he was going to withdraw. A guy could barely walk. What did he birdie? Like 5 consecutive holes in the back 9. You didn't hear about it because of the shitty coverage on CBS. But Morikawa, his game does fit this course. He's a plus 1950 here this weekend. Tommy Fleetwood right there in the mix, plus 2,400. Got her up plus 2,700. And then Sam Burns. I do like Sam Burns, plus 3,100. So those are the latest odds here. Looking at the DraftKings numbers for the Cadillac Championship teeing off tomorrow at Trump Doral. Trump, the Blue Monster there in Miami. Great looking course. Get a chance to watch this weekend. Just the Trump courses, they're just impeccable. They're just even if you're here in the Northeast, there is a live event coming up at Trump Bedminster. Went there a couple years ago. The course is beautiful. Yeah, that's early August. I think it's the 6th through the 9th. Tickets are cheap. It's like $25. We might have tickets for those too, maybe to give away. We'll see if we can get some of those from Liv. But yeah, that's your odds there for this weekend at Trump Doral Cadillac Championship. Finally got good golf back at a Trump course, so looking forward to that. And again, Live golf ticket giveaway. This is what we got on tap. Here you go. 2 tickets, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Grounds tickets. Simple. There's a pin post on our X page at OTH Sports Pod. You go there, you like the post, you drop a comment, and you follow us on X. If you already follow us, it's even simpler for you. Just like and comment on the post. Everyone who shares or requotes or retweet, whatever you want to call it, you share that pin post, you get a bonus entry. Put all the names into a wheel. We'll spin it. We'll do it live on Saturday, and we'll pick out the winners. So we just go right in order: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's just random. The first one's Thursday, Fridays, and so on and so forth. That's how we're going to do it. But Live golf tickets again. Trump National in DC, also known as Virginia. It's not in DC. It's just outside in Virginia there. That's a beautiful course too. If you haven't seen it, check it out. We're giving you chances to go for free, and you might not have a chance because Live might not be around next year. It might look a lot different if they can't secure funding. So get them while you can, and hey, it's free, courtesy of us here. So check it out at OTH Sports Pod. The post is there. Like and comment on the post. Follow us. And if you already follow us, just like and comment on the post. And everyone who shares or requotes or retweets, get a bonus entry, put the names, and we'll draw the winners Saturday. Again, full card for tonight will be posted in, I'd say, the next 10 minutes. About to hop off here, put the card up for the NBA games tonight. Maybe some MLB plays. I might take a break from MLB, considering how my record the last 2 days has been absolutely terrible. But again, if you're looking for plays, definitely a play tonight. The Pistons Magic game under 211.5 there. And the Pistons plus 210 to win the series. I think they get it done, so it's worth taking a flyer. It's on DraftKings right now. The rest of the plays will be up at OTH Sports Pod in just a few minutes. I say we're going to hit it and quit it really fast, but that was super fucking long. That's all we got. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll get you updates on the Cadillac Championship, more Live golf tickets to give away. And Kentucky Derby is Saturday. Mikey's working on a horse racing handicap guru, expert, whatever you want to call it, for that. So we will have, we either do the Kentucky Derby preview Friday or maybe Saturday, because we will be on here Saturday. I'm just not sure if we want to do it Saturday before the race or if we just want to come back on here Saturday and do a recap and then give these Live tickets away. We'll figure that out. But tomorrow we'll be back, most likely 5:30 time frame again. Get you teed up for the NBA games tomorrow night. Those on tap, some MLB action, of course, and we'll get you the up-to-date leaderboard from Trump Doral 2026 Cadillac Championship. There starts tomorrow, and those golf plays will be posted tomorrow morning at OTH Sports Pod on Twitter. You can find those there to put your bets in. And like I always say, golf tournaments, I like the live betting. I again pick a couple winners, and then some top 10s, top 20, and then I let that just let it sit, see who makes the cut, and then start live betting Saturday based on who made the cut or not. It's just because it's a lot. And again, especially this course. Like I said, haven't had an event here at Doral at the Blue Monster in 10 years. So the course has gone through some redesigns, some improvements. So it's going to play a lot different than how it did 10 years ago when they were last there. So good time to do the live betting with golf this weekend and see who makes the cut, who doesn't, before you start firing off names and picks. It's going to be a little bit more precise for this tournament because there's a lot of unfamiliarity with this course. So that is it. Again, Live Golf tickets. The contest info is up at our page on Twitter at OTH Sports Pod. And we'll let you know. Tomorrow will probably be the 5:30-ish time frame, but it'll be posted tomorrow, and we'll be back here with more. That's it. Good luck, everybody. Again, golf play is posted tomorrow, and a full card coming up in just a couple minutes. And let's cash these things. Let's get some money. Lots more to follow tomorrow. Good luck and enjoy the games tonight.